The case of a local funeral home director charged with fraud for taking money meant to cremate pets and then dumping them in a landfill is back in the spotlight tonight. 11 Investigates has learned that Patrick Vereb's Natrona Heights funeral home has been sold.
It's a significant asset in the criminal and civil cases against him. And as 11 Investigates' Amy Hudak reports, families are asking why the investigation by the state attorney general's office only goes back to 2021 when Vereb operated his pet business nearly a decade before that, Amy.
Yeah, and we've asked the Attorney General's office that exact same question, but we still have not been given an answer. And now families who say they've reached out to the AG's office weeks ago, even months ago, to find out if their pet was or wasn't cremated are still waiting for an answer.
When we found this building, I fell in love with it.
That's Patrick Vereb in 2023 in a now archived video talking about his new Natrona Heights funeral home.
If warranted.
After the Attorney General announced charges against Vereb this past spring, his funeral home was put on the market for $1.2 million. It sold for $950,000 to Dr. Don Spale, a chiropractor who owns Allegheny Health and Physical Medicine.
This is still an ongoing investigation.
When he was in Pittsburgh last month, we asked the state attorney general if Vereb's assets would be frozen to reimburse victims who lost thousands.
We'll utilize every tool we have to do everything we can to make people whole. And that's really the best that any of us can hope for.
Vereb's trial is scheduled for January. Some families tell us they still haven't been given an answer about whether or not their pets were cremated or ended up in a landfill. The Attorney General's office investigation only covers 2021 to 2024, but Patrick Vereb owned and operated Eternity Pet Memorial from 2012 on.
I am increasingly concerned about
And this
that.
former employee who went to police and broke the case told 11 Investigates office records show 30,000 animals went through Vereb's doors during that time.
But it was around 100 a week. That's a lot of animals, and the longer they let that go on, the more animals came in.
Dawn Elder believes her beloved cat Ava is a victim. She reached out to the Attorney General's office to ask if investigators were going to look into alleged crimes before 2021.
It's been a no. We're like, we can't go back because of the statute, or we can't do it because of whatever reason, or we don't get an answer.
And as Mansarides prepares for the possibility of testifying at Vereb's trial, she continues to be haunted by what she saw when she worked for Vereb.
Actually witnessing it and seeing some of the things that happened there I have nightmares now often from this. Like it's affected my life in so many ways.
Patrick Vereb still owns his Hazelwood funeral home, but his license is currently inactive. The State Board of Funeral Directors has not taken any action yet. Reporting live in the studio, Amy Hudak, Channel 11.